welcome to Chope or Choke Fight Pick Show with Will Chope and Russ Fairclough, brought to you by Russ's One Idea Podcast, Fight Circus and FMD Full Metal Dojo. Enjoy. All right, here we are for our very first Fighters Pick. Chope or Choke? What will he do? So we're going to pick the fights. I'll just run through the rules. So we're going to pick winner, what round it is, and how they'll win. So we get a point for the winner, 2 points if we choose the correct round or if it's a decision, and 2 extra points as well if it's the correct outcome. So there's 3 things: knockout, submission, or decision. So they're your picks. We're going to do UFC 258. We'll start at the bottom of the card. Oh, I can't pronounce his name. Maki Pitolo and Julian Marquez. Both of these coming off the Contender Series. Marquez off the first one, but he hasn't been fighting for a while. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to?
Yeah, I checked. I did a little research. I'm just gonna go with Marquez by the TKO, especially because middleweights, easy for middleweights to get that finish. As long as they land, it's a lot easier to make those lights go out.
So what round do you think?
I'm gonna say second round. I'm just gonna roll the dice. I'm so bad with this.
We're both on the same here. I've written this down. Second round TKO. That's what I think as well, because I think that Marquez is a come out swinging fucking crazy guy when you watch him fight. But he's been off for a while, so he's been talking about how he's going to be more cerebral and want to fight more. So I think he's going to have that feeling out thing in the first round, probably get clipped and then go back to smacking away
Man, I would say it's trippy fighting when like no audience or just like hardly any people in the audience, when you don't hear those crowds and you hear your cornerman's really clear. So maybe he can stay composed, but we'll see. It's trippy fighting with no audience though.
Yeah, he hits hard, that Marquez. Like, I know he's been out, but both of them fought Darren Stewart, didn't they? And Marquez won by guillotine, and that Mackie lost by a guillotine when they both fought Darren the Dentist Stewart. So, and he's coming off he's lost 4 out of his last. No, he's 1-3 in the UFC. That Mackie lad, you know what I mean? So he's not having a good run. So I can't see him winning this.
Yeah, and but it's weird, like with COVID now, because people are hungry. You get these unheard fighters that are super hungry right now and I really do think it is because of COVID and the way training is, and there's so many variables at play right now.
How about the next one? This is an interesting one for me. Bobby Green and Jim Miller.
Yeah, I'm actually a huge fan of Jim Miller because he's like a OG veteran. He's been in the game for so long. The longevity of his career, and he has great BJJ too. It's weird. He looks lanky, but then I look at actually how tall he is, and he's not that tall. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go root for Jim Miller on this.
Yeah, I like Jim Miller, but I can't. There's a few things like Bobby Green. He's been really active, hasn't he, lately? He's been having loads of fights, and he's fast. Jim Miller's man, he's like nearly 40 fights in the UFC. You know what I mean? It's like he's at.
I'm gonna call that black athleticism. That black athleticism factor. It's not fair, man. They're so much more explosive than us.
No, he's slick, and that Bobby Green's boxing's slick. I was listening to someone else, and they were saying if he had more output, he'd finish people. You know what I mean? He just does enough to win, which is one of the problems. Like, and he looks good when he does it. I'm going Bobby Green on decision.
I'm going the opposite. I think Jim Miller beat him by decision. But I don't think there'll be a finish though. Both guys are pretty durable, and so
he's tough, Jim Miller, isn't he?
They're both pretty hard to finish.
So what we got next? Kelvin Gastelum, Ian Heinisch. Kelvin Gastelum coming off 2 losses. Ian Heinisch.
Is he on a 3-fight losing streak right now? Isn't he?
Yeah, actually 3 fights. 3-fight losing streak. Kelvin. Heinisch won his last fight and then lost the one before, I think, if I remember right. So I'll go for this one. I think Kelvin wins this second round TKO. I think he's just too good. His wrestling's Heinisch lives on wrestling a lot. His striking's not as good as his wrestling yet, and you're not going to take Kelvin Gastelum down. I don't think he's going to take him down. Kelvin's his boxing's good, isn't it? You know, I think
this
if
is
he
like
can get over it.
One of these fights where they're trying to test. What's his name? Ian, right?
Yeah, Ian Heinisch.
Yeah, they're trying to test him and see if he's ready for that next level. But I don't know. We might see. It's like, I'll go with Ian just because I think Kevin's on a downfall right now. Ever since he fought Izzy, he's on a downfall. So we'll see if he's going to come back or not. I don't know how.
What do you reckon?
I want to say decision. My internet just shut off in fucking Idaho. Yo, I'm in a town of 7,000 people right now. It's fucking ridiculous. When I told my business, she was like, "Oh, yeah, everybody knows us. It's so weird, or knows my family at least." And it's so weird. Even I told my missus, and she's like, "Oh, you're in a village. You're in a village," and I'm like, "Yeah, not really, but yeah." Fuck.
So, Ian Heinisch by decision. He's got a great story, hasn't he? Because he got done for drug smuggling, didn't he, when he was younger, like, and he got sent to prison.
What's crazy is so many, because fighting is fast money, and so a lot of these fighters, they do like, and a lot, and even promoters too. They're like a lot of little side deals, and everybody's hustling, and nobody wants. I feel like me. Like, I don't want to work for a living. I don't want to trade 50 hours or 40 hours a week for some bullshit paycheck doing something I hate. So it's funny how many fighters are involved with either drugs or like just doing other avenues of making money, you know?
Yeah, like when I was talking to Tommy the other day, Tommy Hayden, and he goes, "Yeah, I was working in this place, I was earning great money, and then this guy started talking down to me in a meeting, and I'm like, I can fucking kill you." And then he left not long after and went to Thailand. I don't know.
Yeah, of course. It's like, man, like that's kind of like the good thing about the old days. Like, people didn't just disrespect you for no reason. But nowadays, everybody thinks they're so safe by society's rules. And anyways, I'm gonna start ranting. We're supposed to be fight predicting. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're still chatting as well. You know what I mean? It's I don't know.
I know. But I'll ramble like a motherfucker.
Yeah, that's for the Q and on podcast later, like, you know what I mean?
Oh man, I was so deep in that rabbit hole. Yo, did I even tell you, John? That made that Q poster. They spelt my name Will Chope with a Q.
Yeah, I see that one.
Oh. He called me. He's like, "Hey, can we have a talk about QAnon?" And I was like, "What the fuck, John?" I was like, "How did you know I've been so deep in this rabbit hole or whatever?" I don't think he knew. But like, he knew I was so deep into it. But then I started talking about it, and he was like, "Okay, perfect." And he made that poster.
Yeah, you do post that. You're like me. You post that shit, don't you? You know what I mean? It's like, the problem is no one wants to fucking hear it, do they? You know what I mean? It's like, I try not to now. I'm trying to take a back step. But
what I say, people prefer a comfortable lie over the harsh truth. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's 100%.
Their life's going to fall apart, isn't it, if they think that what they've believed all their life isn't true? You know what I mean? It's like, I'm quite comfortable with that. It's like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, same. What's next? Alexa? Is Alexa?
Co-main event, Alexa Grasso and Macy Barber. I don't understand why that's the co-main event. I thought Kelvin Neen should be the co-main event, or even Green and Miller, but they seem to like bumping the women up. Maybe for what's his name? Who's that commentator? He says they don't want women fight. Doesn't like watching women fighting. Maybe just to piss him off, they put them there.
And also too, it's like they're a big company and everybody's woke now, so they got to be woke.
I should imagine it costs less to put them as co-main than it does to put Kelvin as co-main.
Yeah, it was weird because Kelvin is definitely a way bigger name. Even if he is on a 3-fight losing streak, he's a way bigger name. Yeah.
What was that fight with Izzy like? Fucking hell, that'll keep him in drinks for it. Then how long will it?
Yeah, I saw the like Izzy's face after everybody he fought, and they're like after Kevin Gastelum. That's the only reason I kind of I worry about betting against him is because he is a dangerous motherfucker. But if I got to bet right now, I'm gonna bet against him. But
yeah, I was looking at the betting lines. That's a really even fight, that one as well. Like all of these on this card are really even fights. There's not a lot in them, It's what Jim Miller's favorite -175. Who else? Bobby Green's -275. Gastelum -225. Grasso -125. And Usman -275.
I feel like it's because all these guys, even the main event, they all go like a lot of these guys go to decisions. A lot of them,
yeah. So
it's hard to put odds when everybody goes to a fucking decision, and also with the judges, Anyways,
so
I got Alexa because she's hotter.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give. I got.
Should we see if we can get the same publicity as who was it now? Sugar Sean O'Malley, when they had that kid on and they said to him, "Would you smash what's her name? He's on. She was fighting. She's fighting Amanda Nunes. I can't remember." And they said to him, "Would you smash her or not?" And he's like, "Well, not really." Fucking hell! Did he get a load of shit over that? Like. Did you see that?
What? No. But did he ask if he would smash Amanda?
There was a podcast on.
Like,
What's that?
What did he ask? If he would smash Amanda Nunes?
No, the other girl, the girl from Australia, the really tall one at 145. I can't remember her name now. It's slipped my mind. So he's on the same fight card as her, and Sugar Sean O'Malley says to him, "Would you smash her?" And he's like, "Not really, no." Oh, fucking hell. Everyone was having to go at him. Poor kid, man. He just answered the question and like...
I would just be like, I'm not going to smash anybody in a bigger weight class than me, and he would have been safe because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my one rule. I will not smash somebody bigger than me. I'm 6'4", so if you weigh more than me, that's not good.
Anyway. I'm guessing decision for that one for you.
Yeah, for sure. Alexis, that's another one I think is going to go to a decision. Yeah,
I'm on decision, but I think Macy Barbara's going to do it. Barbara's going to do that. I like, you can account for this more.
I'll say split decision because women fights are always weird and crazy sometimes. I'll say Alexa wins by a split decision.
I'm going the other way because I think that she's had that fight. She lost, and she'll have gone away and learned a lot. She's only young, so I think she'll have picked up a game and she'll come back and do it. But that's my thing on this one.
No, you're in South America. You're a traitor. You should be voting for the South Americans. Main event's gonna be really good though.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to this one.
If Burns is dangerous, he's dangerous.
If Usman's fighting on his own, if you know what I mean. If Usman's fighting in the garden, I'd shut the curtains. I've got no interest in that kid. I just think he's fake. I don't know. The persona that he delivers, I've got no interest in him. I don't hate him enough to want to watch it. You know what I mean? There's certain fighters you watch because you want to see him lose. I'll put my hand up. Conor McGregor, I watch him to see him lose because I don't like him. But
I love Conor.
But I still watch him. Like Usman. I don't think I watched the Masvidal Usman fight. I can't remember. I think I might have.
Yeah.
I think I might have got really stoned and fell asleep.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. I think I watched him fight Covington.
Yeah,
that was it.
That was a barn burner.
Yeah, that was the only one I really watched him fight. Like,
in all fairness, he went up in my estimation. Then I did like him a bit more, Usman, after that fight, even though I wanted him to lose.
I know, but everybody hates Covington, so it's funny.
Yeah. I, I
Yeah,
like him because he's just trolling everyone, isn't he? And people are going,
yeah.
they buy into it. And it's like, really?
Yeah, I'm loving it too because he's MAGA. I'm like, yeah, MAGA bitches.
It's the way everybody hates him and wants him to lose
Yeah.
because and thinks he's a shit fighter because he likes Marga. And it's like, no,
He's a
there's
great fighter though.
fair play,
But
yeah.
I don't know if it like I want to believe his excuse. I would like to see a rematch between him and Uzan, but I don't know if I believe Covington. He was talking about his knee. He had problems and he had some injuries or whatever. So I want to know if it was actually true or not. So yeah.
The only thing I thought with that fight, I think Usman beat him, but the only doubt was it the second round? He hit Usman with a body shot that hurt him, and then there was something else. Something happened, and Usman took a load of time to recover, and he recovered from the body shot. If you know what I mean, I think he got hurt there, but in all fairness, it was a hell of a fight. Both of them laid it out there, and he just came up slightly short, didn't he?
So what do you who do you think wins then this fight?
I'm going with Burns, man. I just love him. I love his attitude. He just how cool he is. He's a finisher, isn't he? How many people have like stunned Tyron Woodley like he did? He nearly knocked Tyron Woodley clean out. You know what I mean? And Woodley, fair play. He might be a boring fighter, but he is tough. You know.
It is crazy how much he's exploded at welterweight though. Because him at lightweight, he was like a nobody fighter. He was just kind of like mid tier, not really. But then he goes to welterweight, and he's a monster. So,
yeah. So he's like, if it hits the ground when they're dry, he can sub anyone. You know, his jitsu's really good in it. His striking's good.
His brother's really good too, Herbert.
Yeah.
Because the only reason I know his brother because he was at Evolve and fought ONE FC before.
Okay.
Had a big problem. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I kind of know. I know about him. And that's the only real reason I knew about Gilbert. But it's all nuts.
And
I'm not.
Go on.
I still think Usman's probably going to decision him. Yeah, unanimous decision, but it's 5 rounds, so you never know. Like, I want to go with you. It's either Gilbert wins, finishes him, or Usman fucking he decisions him. That's what I think. I don't know why Usman doesn't have like real strong finishing ability.
I don't think he pushes for the finish, does he?
No, he just grinds.
I'm going 4th round submission for Burns. That's my pick.
Okay. I feel like I'm safe with the decisions.
Yeah, I think you might be like, but you know what I mean. I don't know. I think Burns is the other one, and I don't know. You've been in gyms, in camps, and things. What's your take on like Usman leaving the gym and not Burns leaving the gym?
Man, it's weird because like if I really know somebody and become kind of friends with them, even if I don't train at the same gym with them, I don't really like to fight people I actually know. Like, you know what I mean? And honestly, if like back in the day when Josh Koscheck, was it John Fitch and what's his fight? Mike Swick were all AK and like Dana was trying everything he can to make those guys fight each other. Like and they just refuse. And I'm like, yeah, that's that because it's and then the fans will try to talk shit or whatever. But no, that's like it's weird because I don't want to kill. Like if I have to fight my friend, in a way, I'm going against his dream. I don't want to go against my friend's dream. So yeah, if it came down like that, because it's weird with Brazilians and stuff. They're all about business and money and their legacy. So I totally don't blame him at all for wanting to leave the gym because that means they weren't really friends. You know what I'm saying?
What's it called? I was listening to Josh Thompson. He was saying about Javier Mendez, isn't it? At AKA, he was saying that none of his fighters would fight each other unless it's for the title.
Yeah, that's what they always said. But even if it was for a title, I don't think they would have done it because those guys, at least back in the day, I don't know about now because I don't really know Swick that well. But back in the day, those guys were all tight, and I wouldn't want to. Like, yeah, even with any of my friends now, even if I'm going to get a bunch of money, I'm like, man, like, yeah, I just don't want to do it. I had a chance to fight my friend Luke Adams in this one slot. It didn't even go against our record. And it was for $10,000. And I was like, man, fuck it, bro. You can have the tournament. And I just pulled out of the tournament because we're friends and I don't want to like, because if I really fight somebody, I'm trying to fucking injure you. I'm trying to finish you, or I'm trying to like progress my career and make your career. I'm going to share pictures online later with me choking you out. And I don't want to do that to a friend, So I don't know. That's me. People might talk shit though. So I don't know, whatever.
But even if
that's real,
because if Burns didn't want to fight Usman, who would he fight? If you know what I mean, that's the thing. Now he's got to that point. There's, if he's not going to fight for the title, it's got to be a money one. So it's the only other person he'd fight is Masvidal, isn't it? Because that's a big money fight.
Yeah,
maybe.
But like that's the crazy
Kobe,
thing about guys like Burns. He's not a big name. He's not like by big name I mean like he's not going to attract casual fans for like a money fight. So Dana White wouldn't want to do a money fight with him. It's only about the rankings. But I will say, with my experience dealing with Brazilians are pretty cutthroat and and I have a hard time being like good close friends with Brazilian guys because they're pretty like, even if you're training with them, fuck, I feel like they're all about business and their legacy and stuff like that. So yeah, like I said, it might this era might be kind of considered racist or a stereotype, but yeah, they're very like in the gym they have a one-track mind, or I don't want to say selfish because everybody in this sport is selfish, but yeah.
So not a team sport, is it?
Yeah, it's not a team sport. I mean, it is for some people. Like, if I'm at a really good gym with good people, or my people I consider my friends, they're my team, they're my family. But I don't know. Yeah, it's hard. It would be hard for me to fight them, but yeah.
How do you reckon this fight's going to play out? On the feet, or go to the floor or not?
Yeah, I think it's going to be on the feet, and I wouldn't be surprised if Usman it's a lot of clinching against the fence. Man, it might be a really boring. It's either going to be really boring unless Gilbert can fucking make it dirty and make him and punish him. Make him hesitate to close the distance and grab him. Or I think it'll be a boring fight, to be honest.
Yeah, I think if Usman has his way, it'll be like the Woodley fight, won't it?
Yeah, it's gonna fucking suck.
Foot stomps, knees to the legs, pin him against the cage.
Dana White's gonna be fucking pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, hey, what's the rumors with Conor? Is he gonna fight Diaz again for a third time? I keep seeing rumors that he's gonna have a rematch against Poirier. I was like, no, that can't be it. That's
the one that's I think that Poirier probably wants for the title. Because he knows that that's a big money fight. And normally, if you're having like a rematch, if it's a close time in between the two fights, then normally the person who won the last one wins the next one as well.
Yeah, but was it close? It wasn't a close fight.
No, I mean as in close from this fight to the next fight.
Oh yeah. Man,
if it's like,
I didn't want to see him fight Poirier. I hope he fights Diaz, but I don't know what the rumors. I can never tell what's real or what's not.
No, I'd like to see him against Gaethje.
Who, McGregor?
Yeah.
Wow. Nah, I think he'll lose, right?
Yeah, that's why I'd like to see him against Gaethje.
No. Okay. Say what you want about Conor, but like one thing he's definitely done, he's raised the ceiling financially for all fighters.
Yeah.
And because he's done that and how much attention he's brought to the sport, I feel like I like him. I like him for that. And also I have a friend who trains at Mjolnir Gym in Iceland, and his gym back when Conor was always in Ireland and training and stuff, his gym and Mjolnir Gym are like brother gyms. And sometimes Conor would go over to Iceland, and he told me Conor's actually a super nice, chill guy, and his personality on camera is nothing like his real personality. And I was like, okay, that's cool. So I don't know. Everybody just said he's a super nice guy, very like loyal to his. So I'm just going off of and that guy from Iceland's like one of my good friends. So I'm just like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, because he used to train out there with who's the grappler out the UFC that from Iceland,
Gunnar Nelson. I think Gunnar Nelson. Yeah, he's fucking good too. Well, yeah.
Yeah, rolling with him would be a nightmare, I think.
Which is weird too. And it's funny, my friend from Iceland, I never expected Iceland to have like strong BJJ, but my friend's a brown belt, and he's like, and when I roll with him, I've rolled with like plenty of black belts. I have a way easier time with than when my friend from Iceland. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, there's
and he's like, I
belts
caught.
and black belts, though, isn't there?
Yeah, he's always like, I got Gunnar Nelson one time, and he's like, and like he wears that trophy forever.
Yeah, I don't blame him, man. So would I.
Yeah, for sure. But
I've never
like when. Oh, go ahead.
I'm happy if I survive like 5 minutes or 3 or 5 minutes with a black belt. You know what I mean? I've only done that once with one black belt, but you know when you roll with someone, you think you ain't a proper black belt, are you, mate? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's certain gyms that give them away easy.
Yeah, a lot of it's political too. Like, what can he do for your the coach that gives you a black belt? Like, what you're doing for him? Are you opening a gym with his name under his name? Then then black belt become kind of political. But yeah, I don't know. If back when I was a blue belt though, I was the same way. If I survive a round and don't get submitted, I could, even if I was defending the whole time, I pretended like, hey, I won that round. You didn't submit me, so that means I won. You're a black belt, I'm a blue belt. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's only once I've done it when I've rolled with someone and I managed to get through it with the black belt. Like, normally I get tapped out because I'm not that good. Any other fights on that card that you're looking forward to quickly before we wrap this up?
I'm surprised the Diego Lima fight's not a little bit higher. I thought that would be the 5th on the main card. But yeah, I like watching. I think Diego Lima's exciting. I like watching him fight.
He hasn't fought for a while against Bilal Muhammad. He's a tough kid, him though. That's going to be a hell of a fight.
That guy's like ranked high too. Like he's ranked he's ranked pretty high. And I don't understand why. I don't understand why that fight's not a little higher. But back in the day, not back in the day, but I remember specifically watching Diego Lima fight a few times and just thought he was exciting. Yeah, it should be a good fight.
Even on the early prelims, there's like Ricky Simone and Brian Kelleher, which I don't understand why they're on the early prelims. You know what I mean? It's like they've been having some great. That's a great scrap coming up. I don't know. So
it's funny. What was it? Diego Sanchez was on the prelims a couple times. The last couple times he fought, I think. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, how is these old school, tough 1, tough 2 veterans on the prelims? And it's so weird to me now how they organize it.
Yeah, that Diego Sanchez is just. Sometimes I think I'm crazy, and then I just watch a Diego Sanchez video and feel really sane.
100%. But I mean, but still, he's a tough 1 veteran, and I'm like, a tough 1 veteran is on the prelims. I'm like, how's that possible? Yeah.
So him and Cowboy are meant to be fighting, so I think that's the swan song for possibly both of them.
Nice. So. Oh yeah, that's gonna be both of the retirement fight. To be fair, fuck. I hope Cowboy goes out on a win. But you know what? Both of them are going to be the same. If they lose, they're going to be like, nope, I got to do one again.
Yeah. So, right, well, let's wrap it up here. If you liked it, please like, share, subscribe. Also, play along with us. Write your picks in the comments. Post your scores. See if you can beat us. See if you think you're better than us. And cheers, Will. And I'll see you next time, man. Take care, dude.
Yeah, talk to you. Yes, sir.